Hello, agents. Hello, everyone. And welcome to Friday. And take a look at that number right there. And we're going to discuss what that means in 1 second. But in the meantime, going to jump into some figures I did for a $500,000 premium lifetime income annuity. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump right into these numbers. This is for September, beginning of September, and these could change at any minute. These things are changing daily. So right now, this is the hot one. This is the exceptional pricing. But they might realize they're the exceptional pricing and bail out as soon as possible. Once actuaries find out they're competitive, they seem to think there's a problem. So anyway, here's what we're looking at. This is assuming a $500,000 premium, life with installment refund, which means that if the client puts the money in, they'll get no less than what they deposited back. Should they die early, it'll pay the payments to the beneficiary until it equals that $500,000. If they're still alive well after that, it's fine. It'll pay for life. So it's the minimum is $500,000 return or life, whatever's longer, you know. So let's break down some of these numbers. At a 65-year-old, see if we can zoom in a little. Yeah. At a 65-year-old, we're getting, this is on $500,000 monthly income starting in 1 month. They get $3,195. And you can look at that as principal in interest payment of 7.67, which means like in any other type of contract or anything else you're doing, you'd need to get 7.67% out every year and never run out. So you got to find a way to do that. So that's not their interest rate. We'll get into the interest rate in a minute, but that's the, that's your payments and interest, your principal and interest returning. And of course, this is non-qualified money. So of this, we're assuming it's all non-qualified, it's all cost basis. So you'd have 59% of that payment is excluded from tax until all that $500,000 is returned, you know, at that 60% rate. So it brings you to almost life expectancy. So that's the 65-year-old. You can see all the numbers. This is the females over here at 3,010 for the same age, at 67, 70, 72, 75, and 77. I did all those ages. So a female 77 would get $4,000 a month on $500,000, guaranteed never to get less than $500,000 back. 73% is going to be tax excluded. It's the equivalent of taking 9.6% of your money for the rest of your life without ever running out. Okay, joint. This is a joint. We're assuming a 67 male, 65 female. That's the payment they would get. Should one of those people die, the other person gets 100% of that payment. So that's 2820 here for the 67, 65-year-old. Let's say the 65-year-old, something happened and she passed away. The 67-year-old would still continue to get the 2820 and vice versa. Okay, and there is an exclusion ratio on this as well. It just didn't pop up on the illustration, so we weren't able to show that. So yeah, those are the numbers. If you want to pause the screen right there, that's life, single, and joint for male and female, for life with installment refund, which of course we've gone through, and I did a short on that today as well. So let's take a look at something else. We're going to take a look at the payouts. So this is the actual 67-year-old right here. And there you see that's the number we were talking about, 3025, right? 3025 right here, 3325. Get my math right, 3325 here. So that's just the payout. So here's your actual interest rate. It's assuming like an internal rate of return of 4.85. So that's a lifetime 4.85 internal rate of return. Of course, if you die on the first day, you're only going to get your $500,000 back, right? So there's really no interest being paid, right? So this is just kind of like a calculation, but really when you're dealing with immediate annuities, when we're dealing with these things, you don't want to talk about interest rates. You want to talk about longevity. What's the payment? You want the highest payment and you want it to last longest with the most guarantees. So the interest rate, you know, that's all well and good. But if the interest rate said it was 4.95, but the payment was 33.10, you know, you don't want to play games. You want to make sure you're getting the highest payout on the income for what you're getting with the best possible carrier. So this one's great at 33.25. And as you can see, there's more than just the installment refund, right? We have all these other options. Or you can guarantee this payment up to 25 years here. Remember? So these are certain things non-qualified monies can do that qualified monies cannot do anymore. So it's really good to look at these for non-qualified. Anyway, that is the actual quote that we can run. And these are all the options, of course. The best payments to life only. And I'm going to go through what these mean, and I have in the past, but I'm not going to do it on this one because we're talking installment refund. So next we want to look at what's the world doing and why are rates low? New 52-week low was hit today in the 10-year treasuries. So that is not good. That will cause rates to go down. So like I said, I don't know how long that immediate annuity rate's even going to last with a 3.7 treasury. Remember, 4.25 is where these things are historically most competitive. So we're a good half a point, over a 0.5% below where I'd like to see rates to be super competitive. But we're still leaps and bounds above where we were for the decade before 2012 to 2020, with maybe a blip year in between. So anyway, yeah, that's my breakdown for this week on the update, immediate annuities. Hey, if you're looking for an annuity right now, yeah, rates could go up again in the future, but as of right now, they're trending in the downward direction. So if you're sitting on a 30-day window or something, yeah, I'd lock in a best rate you can right now, maybe for as long as you can. I don't know. Make sure you have free withdrawals. And anyway, for the latest information, follow me on X, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And any questions, call here, comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.